On September 25, 2024, Katie Thurston took to Instagram with a message that was impossible to misinterpret. One that would send shockwaves through her followers and the Bachelor Nation community alike. She announced with unmistakable clarity that she was officially done with Bachelor Nation. After years of being in the public eye, Katie was ready to step away from the franchise that had defined so much of her recent life. She made it clear, no more discussions about the franchise or her experiences. Katie was drawing a line, setting boundaries not just for the public but for herself as well. The chapter was closed. For someone so deeply woven into the show's fabric, this was a bold, final move. It wasn't just about leaving a TV show, it was about reclaiming her narrative and moving forward on her own terms. Katie's journey had been public, her highs and lows dissected by millions. Every relationship, every heartbreak, every triumph had played out in front of an audience. Now she was reclaiming her story, choosing to write the next chapter herself. Her announcement wasn't just a social media update, it was a manifesto for a new beginning. It was a declaration of independence, a promise to herself that she would no longer be defined by her past on reality TV. She was stepping away from the spotlight, choosing her own path over the familiar world of roses and reality TV. For Katie, this was about growth, about finding her own happiness outside the expectations of others. The impact was immediate, fans felt the end of an era. Some were surprised, others supportive, but all recognized the significance of her decision. It was a moment that sparked conversation and reflection across social media. But Katie made it clear, her story was far from over. She was just taking control of the next act, ready to embrace whatever comes next with courage and authenticity. Every departure has a breaking point. Sometimes it's not a dramatic argument or a public fallout, but a quiet moment that changes everything. For some, it's a single event that makes the path forward unmistakably clear. For Katie, that moment came at the Bachelorette's 20th anniversary reunion, a milestone event where former stars gathered to celebrate their shared journey. But Katie wasn't invited. Her absence wasn't just an oversight, it was a message, loud and clear. As the star of season 17, her exclusion felt personal, almost like a deliberate snub. She watched from afar as her peers reconnected, their laughter and memories filling her social feed, while she remained on the outside looking in. Katie later opened up about her disappointment, admitting, "There's no reason for me to force something that doesn't want me." The sting of being left out lingered, but it also brought a sense of clarity. That exclusion crystallized her decision. It was time to move on. Instead of chasing acceptance from a group that didn't value her, she realized she could choose herself. Rather than fighting for a seat at a table that never truly welcomed her, Katie decided to build her own. She poured her energy into creating a space where she belonged, on her own terms. The snub became a turning point, pushing her to invest in her own passions and rediscover what truly made her happy. She found joy in creativity, in laughter, and in the freedom to be herself. Her focus shifted to comedy, a world where authenticity and vulnerability mattered more than TV drama. On stage, she could share her story, connect with others, and finally feel seen for who she really was. The pain of being left out became the clarity she needed to fully commit to her new path. In the end, what seemed like a setback was actually the beginning of something far more meaningful. Katie's Bachelor Nation journey was nothing short of a whirlwind. She first captured hearts as a standout on Matt James's season, where her bold personality and genuine approach made her a fan favorite. Her willingness to speak her mind and stand up for others quickly set her apart from the rest of the contestants, earning her respect both on and off the screen. After making a memorable impression, Katie was chosen as the next Bachelorette, stepping into the spotlight with high hopes and even higher expectations. Throughout her time on the show, Katie was known for her quick wit, infectious humor, and remarkable candor. She never shied away from difficult conversations and was always willing to stand up for what she believed in, even when it meant facing criticism or controversy. Her authenticity resonated with viewers, making her journey one of the most talked about in Bachelor history. Katie's season culminated in a heartfelt engagement to Blake Moynes, a moment filled with hope and excitement for the future. The world watched as they celebrated their love, believing they had found their happily ever after. But as the cameras faded, real life brought new challenges, and their relationship faced unexpected obstacles. Just months after their engagement, Katie and Blake announced their split, citing the difficulties of maintaining a relationship across long distances and realizing they were on different life paths. The breakup was met with public speculation and heartfelt messages from fans who had rooted for their love story. Not long after, Katie found herself in another public relationship, this time with John Hersey, a contestant from her own season. Their romance blossomed in the spotlight, with fans closely following every update. However, after 7 months together, the couple decided to part ways, once again making headlines. Each romance, and every breakup, was intensely scrutinized by the public and the media, highlighting the unique pressures and challenges of finding love on reality TV. The constant attention made it difficult to navigate personal feelings and relationships away from the cameras. Through all the ups and downs, Katie remained true to herself. She continued to share her story openly, embracing both the highs and lows, even as her personal life became tabloid fodder. Her resilience and authenticity inspired many who watched her journey unfold. In the end, Katie's journey serves as a powerful reminder that reality TV love stories rarely end as fairy tales. Behind the glitz and glamour, real emotions and real challenges exist, and sometimes the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. Even before her official exit, Katie was building a new identity. On the comedy stage, she dove into stand-up, transforming her reality TV experiences into sharp, relatable material. Her humor, once a defense mechanism on TV, became her superpower on stage. No longer a character in someone else's story, she was now the one holding the mic. Katie's comedy tours sold out, her authenticity resonating far beyond Bachelor fans. She spoke openly about dating, heartbreak, and the absurdities of modern life. To truly succeed, she needed freedom from the franchise's expectations. By making a clean break, Katie ensured her comedy was truly her own, unfiltered and uncensored. She chose the thrill of live performance over the confines of reality TV. Katie's final message wasn't about regret, it was about empowerment. She showed the power of knowing when to move on, turning the page with intention. Her honesty about the reunion snub and her comedy ambitions made her relatable. Katie's story is about taking control and refusing to be defined by the past. She's transformed from bachelorette to touring comedian, building a career on her own terms. Her journey proves that endings are just new beginnings in disguise. As she makes audiences laugh, Katie leaves a legacy of strength and authenticity. Her bold goodbye is a triumphant step into a future she's writing herself. A breast cancer from Katie Thurston of Bachelor Nation.